To my dearest friend, I am happy to tell you that my leg has now fully healed and that I am up and about, wandering the wold again. Although I have not strayed far, I found a place that interested me and may very well be of interest to you. I warn you, though, it is not for the faint-hearted. While travelling from Novigrad to Oxenfurt, I was told to be wary on the road, and that I would be passing near a place the locals call Devil's Pit. I asked why and what might have happened for it to have earned such a name, but all I was told were rumours and whispers of strange ongoings, voices and echoes of something that had been and gone. Some say it was cursed, that it was abandoned by anyone and everything close to it, but I was not told the full story, and I still believe that no one truly knows what that story is. Rumours of demons and devils spread fast. While some are true, others can often be the result of simple superstition. I was hopeful that perhaps I would find a night wraith or some demon that wanders tainted ground, something I have yet to document. But when I finally arrived at the so-called Devil's Pit, I found, to my surprise, an old quarry, an abandoned and long-forgotten place. However, something wasn't quite right. I explored the old wooden structures and climbed upwards to the lifts and cranes. Everything still functioned. It felt as if the entire quarry had been left in a hurry. There were no notices of foreclosure, nor had any of the tools or supplies been taken. It was simply left. I could even smell the old food rotting away in their barrels, and I could see crates of ore and stone. The mines had clearly not run dry. But my friend, you may call me mad, but I heard whispers there. I heard some strange sounds in that place, echoing and bouncing from the walls. I'm not entirely sure if the stories were playing tricks on me, but there is something very uneasy about that place. I understand why its name is enough to keep the locals at bay, although I'm sure that eventually some bandits will be brave and desperate enough to make it their own, for it is a place that is well defendable. I tried to follow these voices. I am not a brave man, but I am a very curious one, and this was a mystery I badly wanted to solve. Exploring the walkways, I found a giant of a tunnel, one that had been gated off and clearly untouched for years. I clambered over the top and landed myself in a dark hallway of stone. The smell of something rotting was faint, but I knew that something had died there. The caves were filled with rooms, chambers that were equipped with devices, cages, beds, scaffolding, weapons. It was as if the old mine had been converted into some sort of fortress. I I could not believe that so many people had left it, and that so few knew that it even existed. Either that, or the locals were lying to me, or everyone that had been there had died. There were some strange things in that cave. A massive horned statue, evidence of torture and experiments. An ancient seal so large in size that I cannot possibly begin to think where or what it was used for. I believe that the miners had unearthed the artifact from the Elven era and that they had left it there for some later studying, but I do not believe anyone examined it. There were statues too, again of an elven make, and along with doorways to nowhere. I have never been to a place filled by such terrible memories, but the deeper I walked those halls, the stranger it became. As I reached the bottom, I found corpses. The bodies of many left to rot in cages, in piles, an unknown end to so many unnamed people. The moment I saw them, I left. The smell still lurks in my mind, but my feet carried me so quickly from that place, I can barely remember the steps. Once I was safe and sound in a local tavern, guzzling down whatever I could drink, I pondered why such a place existed. Putting everything that I knew together, I figure that the screams people speak of are the ones that come from those who were tortured, and the ones that I heard, I believe, is just simply the wind playing tricks. Or perhaps something more ominous. Or maybe they were experiments. I think it is more likely that the Devil's Pit was some epicenter for a disease, or used at least to keep it under control. Maybe the authorities came in and killed all those infected, studying some in order to try and find a cure for others. It would explain the corpses. Or maybe it is simply the remainder of a madman's nightmare, a place where some lunatic wanted to change the world. I don't think I will ever know, but I fear many people do, and that they simply refuse to speak of it. Please find somewhere to keep this letter safe, and I would beg you that you keep it a secret, for I do not know who may be involved. Thank you for taking your time, my friend, to read this letter. Hopefully I will write to you again soon with brighter stories. I hope you are well, my friend. Safe travels. Hello everyone, I hope you're alright and still doing well and there and alive and all that good stuff. I wanted to quickly explain the real reason this area exists other than, trying to add it into the in-game lore. And it's actually a cut quest which was supposed to involve the Catriana Plague. I think it was going to be pretty extensive because I haven't found an area this large and inaccessible before. I'm not sure why they cut it, but I imagine CDPR found it might be too difficult to tie a plague into the main story, since that would pretty heavily affect the world, and it may have also been simply an issue of not having enough time. As always, thank you so much for watching and giving me your time. A big thank you to everyone supporting me over on Patreon. And please share this video around and leave a comment of what you think about this place too and what you might like to see next. I think I'm going to go back to Skellige and do Unvik because a lot of people were requesting that, but there's a lot of stuff to cover there, so I'm going to look into maybe some more precise locations, but I'll get back to you on that. Until the next one, you go and have a very wonderful day. Potato salad.